guts regardless.
Are we 2 minutes late?
We are.
Why do I apologize for making you wait, guys.
So you should.
Welcome to yet another live. So it's very difficult to do a recipe quickly in a live show, but today I'm going to attempt to show you 2 recipes simply because last week's recipe bombed because my bread exploded in the oven. So I'm trying to make up for that. So we'll go through the bread and I'll show you the finished bread. Obviously, well, you know, when you experiment, all kinds of things can happen, but I halved the batter. So I've basically got a kind of a half loaf of bread. That being said, I want to show you a 2-ingredient carnivore friendly flatbread. The instructions and the ingredients list are listed in your in the description box for both recipes, so you know, convenience. All you do is add 2 eggs. This is for the flatbread people. All you do is add 2 eggs to a blender and 1 cup of cottage cheese. And then, like, you could leave this plain and, you know, just if you want something simple. But if you're having an Italian flavored evening, or, you know, your meat is flavored a certain way, you could mimic those flavors within, you know, for your flatbread. Just wash my hands. You could mimic those flavors. Now, of course, you know, with Italian, you put a little bit of garlic in, a little bit of pepper if you like it a little bit spicy, and, you know, your Italian herbs. And if you have some lamb, you can do lamb seasoning with mint and rosemary, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. I'm going to leave this plain because I have one in the oven already, and I've seasoned that with everything but the bagel seasoning, and then I just put a bit of parsley on top. Now that for me is going to cover a wide range of flavors, you know, because parsley goes with so much, and so does everything bagel.
Uncle Danny will be happy.
Yes, I thought of you, so
I'm sure he puts everything but the bagel on his cornflakes.
Now, if say for example, if you don't have cottage cheese and you have the ingredients for the carnivore pasta that I posted recently, well, maybe a month ago, use that. That makes a beautiful flatbread. You would just make the carnivore pasta sheet as instructed, and then use that entire sheet for your flatbread, because that's what I used to do in the past. Like with my flatbread, I just used that pasta recipe. It's so good. Anyway, you blend this up. Ten seconds. And this is what the batter should look like. Very smooth, very thick, pancakey, like pancake batter, right?
Pancakey's a word.
Yes. So, and that's in the oven. I think if I move stuff away, you might be able to see what that looks like. Now I have a lined, placed it on a lined baking sheet just with baking paper. If you have a silicone mat, use that, you know, because it's going to come out great. And preheated my oven to 350 Fahrenheit or 176 Celsius, and it bakes for about 40 minutes. Yes. Much longer than my carnivore pasta recipe, which is only, yeah, you can check the video out. We'll put this aside for now because I feel like you can make your flatbread. It is that easy. 2 ingredients, basic. You can add seasonings or don't. Preheated oven, 350 Fahrenheit, 176 Celsius. Pour it onto a lined baking tray. Make sure that your tray isn't, or your sheet isn't flat, like a cookie sheet. Don't use that. Use the one with borders on the side so that it can catch your liquid. And yeah, bake for 40 minutes. That is a viral recipe. There are so many content creators using that. So it's very difficult for me to give credit to somebody because it just gets lost when things go viral. But I wanted to give you this option because it's so easy and keto, carnivore friendly, very little carbs. You might get about a half a carb from the eggs depending on the macros of your brand. And the cottage cheese, let's have a look.
An empty kitchen.
Empty kitchen. Let's see.
Do you need some help?
No, this one's about 5. You can get better than this for cottage cheese. This one isn't so great. And I see you bought me low fat when you should be buying me full fat, and I should have.
It's all that was there.
That's all that we had. Okay, so you can definitely lower the carbs on this flatbread if you choose your ingredients, well. Anyway. That being said, I'm ready for a roll call, and then we'll talk about the bread after we say hello.
Believe it or not, we still have COVID supply issues. I don't know how that works, but nonetheless, it is what it is.
How many years is it since COVID?
I don't know. Auntie Chris isn't here, but I'm going to say hi to Auntie Chris when she does get here.
Hi, Auntie Chris.
Big breath, and then we've got Auntie Judy, Mom H,
Hello,
Ma, Becky,
Hello, Mom.
and
Hello, Becky.
Keto Mama, who's not here,
Hello.
but when she shows up as well. Ma, to you as well.
Hello.
I think I covered everything. And my t-shirt says, The Girl Father.
I got him that t-shirt.
I love this t-shirt.
You love the t-shirt? It's funny, but when my daughter is a little bit cheeky or smart with him, he just says, look here, I'm the girl father. It's
terrorist.
A way for her to exercise his authority.
I know people that can bury you. Right, Grandma Green is here. Mark Lutger.
Hello, Mark. Hello, Grandma Green.
Marianne.
Marianne. I didn't blow kisses yet.
Naughty but nice Lily Albright.
Hi, Lily. Oh, thank you for
I
coming.
did say hi to Becky already. Becky says hi, you all made it, missed last week. Yes, we did notice.
Yeah.
But we did say hi anyway, Becky, so I hope you watched the replay. Deborah Bremer.
Oh, hello, Deb. How are you?
Kerry Whitbread.
Kerry.
Kerry says, good morning, I remembered this week. Black is here.
Oh, hello, Black. Welcome.
Black says sunbaked. I'm not sure what that means.
Sunbaked.
Sunbaked.
Maybe you will share with us.
Yeah. Manny Moo.
Hello, Manny Moo.
That's a new
Welcome.
name. Welcome along. Chef Fat Graham.
Oh, shit. What? How do we do this?
I do it like this.
Anyway, hello, Chef.
What up, Chef? I said Auntie Judy. Mom H says, I can't say anything about being late now because I'm late. I love how I get blamed for us being late.
Well, it was your fault.
How?
You were fanning around with...
Fanny. Oh, there's
You
a
were
new term.
faffing with the lighting because it wasn't bright enough. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, so that story. Lynx Lady, Shirley Millar, is here.
Hello, Shirley. How are you?
Uncle Danny.
Uncle Danny.
Auntie Judy says, love your blouse, Mel.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm trying. Anyway, I run out of clothing, because I'm trying to wear different things every live show, but thank you.
Mom says you look so beautiful today.
Oh, thank you, Mom.
Mark says, I made this seriously, just added 1 tablespoon of palm.
Oh, yep, definitely, and make it a little bit cheesy. Oh, yeah.
The Melbourne Mischief Maker is here. Lackey arrived at 10:05. I just want that to be noted.
Oh, are we still going to say hi to the Melbourne Mischief Maker, though?
Yeah, we did. Oh, Michael Rosenau. I'm sorry.
Hi, Michael.
I
Yes.
got
Hello,
distracted.
Lucky. Don't worry about him. He's just whatever.
I got distracted by the fact that Lackey was so late. I thought we were late, but my goodness, there's tardy, and then there's just a whole other level. Grandma Green says, "I love your top. I lack the manual dexterity to wear something so intricate myself."
Oh, yes. You know, I love that it covers everything, but it still gives a little bit of detail. That's what I liked about this top. So, yeah.
Becky says, "Mel looking mighty fine with that top." So I think the top is a winner.
Yes, nothing wrong with showing a bit of shoulder. It's, everything's still decent.
Mark says, "I want Chris to go through the rest of the show without accent. Just try."
Without accent.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be without or with our. So as in he wants me to do American or...
Come on.
Because how can I not have a...
Can you do American?
Mark, please clarify, and then I will...
Can you do American for the rest of the show?
It's one that I can't do.
No, you can only just do one. Do that one.
It either sounds like some kind of southern hillbilly or...
Well, it's still American, but still. I mean, there's hillbillies everywhere, but let's face it.
Michelle Ware.
Hello, Michelle.
My sister Shelley says, "Sorry, had something to deal with. Okay, I'm here."
I think she just was late just to rile you up.
Yeah, and I think that may well just be an excuse, but I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt here, Michelle. Okito Mama is here. Hello, Mel, you are beautiful. Hello, handsome Christine. Aww.
Thank you, Ruth.
Jussie 0090 is here from Germany.
Oh, nice to meet you and welcome. Just all the newbies, feel free to interact. This is just no fuss. We're just very relaxed in these live shows. We respond to each and every comment. Well, when you're speaking to us, sometimes people talk to each other. So, just welcome.
Yeah, last one, my sister from another lister, Danielle Graves. Danny says, "Then I'm definitely way beyond the late arrival. I'm still trying to open my eyes all the way."
Wow.
Danny, you always get a free pass, Danny, because you're just beyond help.
What? I was going to say something completely different.
Oh, you go.
Danielle, whether you turned up today or not, I was going to give you a big shout out because look what Danielle sent me for Mother's Day.
So
Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? And a little chef, and then she said, "This is Chris." You.
I'll take that. Oh, it looks like it's got a grey beard.
Oh, which you have.
Yeah.
You have a grey beard.
I like it. Your mum, my favourite mother-in-law, is here and says, "Hi, you both look beautiful."
Don't lie. Mum, you made a live show, Mum.
Hello, mother.
Hello, Mother. My actual mother, not my. I don't know how to differentiate, but my actual mother. Yes.
We give everyone a title, but this is the actual mum.
Well, welcome, Mum. Look at that. You guys get to meet my mum, which is fantastic.
I was thinking the little chef with the rolling pin, heads up, Chris. Haha. This is Danny. Last one, Lackey. Chris, I know this will be shocking to you, but my life does not revolve around you. I know you always want to be the center of attention. Well, I am shooketh. Thank goodness I am sitting down. And here was me thinking you spent your entire week waiting to see me on a Saturday morning.
She told you off so bad. Anyway.
Unbelievable. And Becky would like to know what you're cooking today.
Okay, so we've already just made the flatbread because blink and the batter's done.
With all your shrieking and clapping, you perturbed the dog. I have a fluff.
Oh, the dog's there.
In my lap.
He's a bit close to the mic, so you might want to, create some distance.
If you hear some, it's not me.
Could you put him back?
He's asleep, but yeah.
Thank you. The flatbread recipe was so easy, it's over. 2 eggs, 1 cup of cottage cheese, Add seasoning if you want, and herbs and spices if you want. Place on a lined baking sheet. 350 Fahrenheit, preheated oven. Bake for 40 minutes. That's it, done. And it is you could make it a serving for one if you wish. We'll test this flatbread afterwards and see how flexible it is, and so you know what to expect. I'm just going to turn the flatbread around because it's baking. My oven, again, let's not go there, but I need to turn it around. So, it is smelling. Can you smell that?
I can. I gotta be careful because Danny says, yeah, we know it's you painting, Chris. It's her shirt, we're all loving it. Lily says, oh, now she has to be good since Mummy is here.
Mummy knows me very well, so yes, the cat would be out the bag. I can't pretend.
Everyone wants to know who your mum is. And your mum said, yes, I actually made it. Yes, so nice to be here. Love heart, love hearts.
So my mum, you can see my mum's name, everybody. My mum is Ellen Frank, which is my maiden name, Frank.
To be frank.
Oh, I forgot. I only want to do half this recipe, I think. So I'm going to start again.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. While you're doing that, Shelley says, haha, no excuse to rile you up, although that's fun. I had to unblock my toilet. Shelley, like, you're giving me fodder here just to fire at you, but Shelley had to unblock a toilet. It freaked me out filling up so high, thought it was going to overflow. Stupid thing. I'm just going to, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to breeze just straight past that one. I'll get myself in all manner of trouble. Sister Danny says, wait, I'm the only one who uses these two like my weekly soap opera?
I think you're not the only one.
Michael's eating his pancakes and now we have his attention. Well, thank goodness. Uncle Danny. Michelle, toilet talk on a cooking show. Lucky says, Danny, not sure about the soap opera, more like a Chris roast.
Okay. Let's see where we're at. Now I'm doing this completely from memory. Please check the description box. Beg your pardon, there's hair in my face. But you need 250 grams of egg whites. I've halved the recipe because last week I had way too much batter.
It done exploded.
It done exploded, yeah. And to that I added a generous pinch of salt, and I'm going to add not the gelatin, the baking powder.
Shelley
Beg your pardon?
Shelley says, shut up, Chris. No, I shan't, and you can't make me. Sister Danny says, hi Ellen, thank you for creating such an amazing bad influence to help us try to be healthy. I'm sure you're a proud mama.
Oh, thank you.
Mark says, you look American Indian. Chris seems a disturbed childmate. Anywho. Chef says, hi Mrs. Frank, you raised an amazing daughter.
Oh, thank you.
Everyone's talking to your mum in here, which is really nice.
That's really nice, yeah. Oh, okay. Alright, so I just added the egg whites. So I halved the egg whites from last week, and I added 1 teaspoon of baking powder and a generous pinch of salt. It does still whip up very nicely when you add those ingredients. I don't add the gelatin because, of course, the gelatin is clumpy and stuff like that. And I don't add the protein powder because the protein powder is a little bit heavy for those egg whites. So I add that afterwards. So just bearing in mind, you know, the reasoning behind it. Anyway, we're going to make a big noise now, so I apologize for that.
Oh no.
But let's go fast. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it ain't Texas. I feel myself growing old here.
Very stiff peaks. Okay, and then I'm going to add, oh, not the gelatin yet.
Sister Danny says if we're nice to Ellen, maybe she will share the dirt on young Mel.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Becky says, very funny, Danielle. Michael says, but Danielle, Mel was an angel.
Don't know. Okay, so I've added the egg white protein powder. I added 1.5 tablespoons. You can add 3 if you want, just for extra protein. Yeah, but I'm going to go with 1.5 and then gradually just sprinkle in your beef gelatin.
Keto Mama says, sorry, Ruth says, it's okay, we're used to Big Noise, aka Chris.
Yep, big noise.
Charming. Lily's asking, how long past the sell-by date can you keep egg whites?
That's a good question. Quite long. So we bought this morning. Just finish it. So we bought this morning, and this is used by the 7th of July. So that's pretty good.
About how long after that?
How long after that?
Yeah, that's what Lily's asking. If it expired today, like how long would you use it for?
Oh, you wouldn't allow me to test that, would you?
We're not talking about that.
I don't have any food in my house. So, I don't have any food in my house that is beyond the use by date or best before, because you
The tornado just biffs it.
just throws things away. So I can't even answer that. Just trying to get more butter.
Shelley says, nice, where's it gone? Nice stand mixer, which brand?
KitchenAid. Yeah, I mean, I like it. It does the job. But if you want the best one, look up Encasarum. I think it's a Swiss brand or something like that, or Swedish, somewhere up there. But Encasarum, Ankasarum. If I had to choose one, I would get that one. This one, it's good. On the Encasarum, yeah, you want to check the price because it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap.
Shelley also says, if they can make electric cars run so quietly, then why not kitchen appliances?
I know, right?
LOL.
I know.
Michael says, can anyone hear that weird sound? Is it Chris?
Yes, probably.
Uncle Danny says, sounds like I'm standing directly behind a jet engine. And Lackey, of course, says that's Chris's breathing.
Good job. Oh, she's got you today.
Jeff says, sounds like I'm sitting on a wing seat. I don't know whether it was that, or I tried to cover the microphone so the noise would be quieter while it was on.
Right.
I think whatever I was covering it with was maybe going across it.
Right. So I'm just going to get this going into into the oven, and then we'll take a look at the flatbread. I might give myself some space.
Patty Dixon is up in here.
Oh, Paddy!
Says, hi all, I'm late to the party again.
It's all right.
Exclamation! I didn't even have to roast you, Patty. You roasted yourself.
Okay, really thick. Egg whites. And I think this is very similar to, the PSMF bread, protein sparing modified fast bread. I think it's similar in the ways that it's egg based. However, like for me, I tried, because who doesn't want 0 carb bread, right? When I tried to make the PSMF bread, mine always sunk. And I'm wondering if at that stage I didn't know about the trick to leave the door slightly ajar and let the bread dry out. I might have still been on a journey of discovery with, techniques and trying to make things work. But this bread is actually working for me. Of course, it's not my first time making it, but So I know that it works.
Okay, Lily says, my daughter does that too. She tosses it all when the sell-by date comes up. By the way, her name is Christina. So maybe the crisp part of it, that's the logic and sensibility that says, hey, this stuff is off or about to go off, let's get rid of it.
How good is that? It's done. All right. Let's get rid of that. And where are we at?
Grandma Green says, I bought a quart of egg whites yesterday and the label says use within 7 days.
Wow, that's quick. Isn't that quick?
Michael says most liquid egg whites are meant to use it for a week after opening.
Okay.
I'll have a look on the brand in a minute. Shelley says, is that Sunny Queen brand egg white? Yes, it is. A bit pricey, but that's my favorite brand. I like the smaller pouch compared to the frozen one I use, 900ml, but it works out cheaper. These are like needs must, because that's all they had.
Yeah.
This one says it too. Storage, keep refrigerated below 5 degrees Celsius, consume within 7 days of opening. So if you leave it on a shelf, it'll last till July. But as soon as you open it, you've got to use it within 7 days. So see, not just me.
I guess I would be the same, but I just like the option, whether just to check whether something is bad. Curiosity and all that.
Call your lawyer and sue me for being organized.
One thing, let's just finish off this loaf of bread. You would bake it in a preheated oven at 320 Fahrenheit or 160 Celsius for about an hour. When the hour is up, leave the bread in there and have your oven door slightly ajar and let it cool for up to an hour. Now, this bread I'm going to show you is only half the batter because I was testing the Pullman loaf, and the Pullman loaf completely doesn't work with this recipe. I'm going to show you what a big fail that was. So.
Patty says, my husband checks expiration dates. Also, I'm always saying it's fine.
Yes. Okay, half the batter. So just know that if you bake the full amount of batter, it's going to come out like quite raised because you saw what I put in the oven. And so this is half, and it does work out fine. Let's just take that out. But the Pullman loaf, how about this for a laugh? Completely didn't work. Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Terrible result. So please don't use the Pullman loaf.
It's a disaster.
The other thing too I wanted to share with you is, it doesn't matter what bread recipe you use. If you're not happy with, say, the rise, you can cut your bread a certain way. It's also part of the reason why I wanted to just do a half thing so it comes out semi-flat. So I want to show you a trick to get thicker slices. Now, when you look at the size of this loaf, it's pretty flat, right? All you're going to do is cut it this way. Don't cut it like traditional bread with the slices. You're going to get, bites. Cut it the horizontal ways and then in the middle. And that's how you would make this work. If ever you run into when you're baking, you get a flat loaf, you can still use it. You don't have to throw it away or anything like that. Anyway, That's my tip of the day.
Good tip. Good tip. Chef says I will eat lots of things way past the sell-by date, just not chicken or eggs, unless of course it's chicken flour.
Okay, yeah.
Makes sense. Shelley says, yeah, I need cheaper appliances. LOL. I'll check out KitchenAid. Thanks, Mel.
Yeah, KitchenAid. KitchenAid. KitchenAid.
KitchenAid?
KitchenAid.
Yeah,
it really does do
KitchenAid.
the job. But as you can tell, like from mine, it's loud and stuff like that. And like for me, that's not ideal because I would like to still, you know, keep the conversation going while that's going on in the background. Anyway, let's move on to the flatbread result. You can see it's very flexible. You can happily roll, you know, your ingredients. It smells good, doesn't it?
It smells, yeah. Taste test?
Oh. So, I only baked mine for 30 minutes. Just keep that in mind. So it is very soft. Taste. You want a taste test?
Definitely a taste test.
I should have let this cool down, but yeah, it's very soft. And I would actually, I mean, testing this, I think I would add a teaspoon of gelatin just to solidify and make sure that this sticks together, like it stays intact. But yeah, here you go.
Thank you.
But even,
Ooh.
oh, it's
like a cheesy flatbread.
it's good.
I love it.
Don't add any salt. It is the cottage cheese, the tanginess from the cottage cheese. It does the job. What else? Yeah, I think the only thing I would say is add a teaspoon of gelatin. I will update the description box, you know, the ingredients, just to reflect that, because you want a flatbread that's not going to be delicate, if you will, because when you're rolling your ingredients, you want it to stay intact. Those are all my tricks for the day. And I can't believe I did 2 recipes in one live show. Wow. Moving this aside.
And we're 40 minutes or 37 minutes in, so that's not too bad.
No.
You were worried about it beforehand.
Yes, I was worried that I wouldn't be able to, you know, finish everything. But I think the pre-planning of it, you know, baking beforehand and all that, really helped me. Look at the bread. Look at the bread.
Please don't explode.
No, well, it won't explode. The Pullman loaf, the fault was because, yeah, last week the bread exploded. The Pullman loaf and this bread, they're not friends.
It's like the day of the Triffids.
I'm missing coffee. Because we normally sit and chat. Anyway,
Yeah, why don't you have a coffee?
I will have a coffee.
Ruth says $759 for a mixer. No.
Yeah.
Becky says, Ruth, I don't have a stand mixer. Chef says, wow. Lucky says,
Encasarum.
Yep, is Canadian $1,064. $1,064. Yowza.
Yeah. But here's the
Sell
thing.
a kidney.
No, I agree. I agree. It's, you gotta weigh it up, right? If you don't want to buy another mixer ever again, you would spend the dollars, but I think you can get mixers for really cheap. And I mean, what is wrong with a handheld? I can pick up a hand mixer for $12 at Aldi or Kohl's, or, you know, my local grocer, maybe Walmart. You can pick up hand mixers really cheap. So yeah, you don't have to go with that.
That exact one, wasn't that expensive if you remember rightly.
No, wasn't it like $5.99?
$5.99 Australian, which is about $5.40, $5.50 Canadian.
Yeah, I think it was was on sale. So if you really want one of these, wait for a sale, because they do happen. And yeah, I like my one because it's not the standard one. It's got a lifting function, and it is got a bigger bowl. What is it called? The Artisan is the standard one. Those are much cheaper. I think there's somewhere around $3.50. But yeah, if you just want a standard one, go for it. I like the option of having a bigger bowl capacity because, you know, like when you're whipping
with all the stuff you do.
Yeah.
I think that's about $400. Try to do mental maths, which isn't a great thing to be doing anyway, but that's I think about $400 US. So it's not that expensive for a stand mixer.
No.
Especially not that.
No, but you can, I mean, like, I think, no, the Kenwood's also not cheap. Kenwood mixer, it's also not cheap.
Kenwood's not good either.
Kenwood in their mixers and their food processors are very good. Very good. A family member of mine had her food processor, Kenwood, for 20 years before it broke. It only broke because she dropped the bowl, and of course it's plastic. So, yeah, very good. But I don't know if they still make them like they used to either.
Ankasarum is Swedish, by the way.
Swedish. I said that, Swedish or Switzerland.
Swedish. Sister Danny says, just a warning everyone, I'm going down a rabbit hole again. Lol, carnivore ice cream.
Coming up, Danielle, coming up. Maybe we should do that next week because, you know, it is warming up in the US, and, you know, when's not a good time to have ice cream? By the way, my ice cream recipe on my channel, I have a big video, one dairy-free and one not dairy-free ice cream that is carnivore friendly. It uses heavy cream, it uses butter, and I think salt and sweetener. So use that. Why not? If you don't want to wait for next week's live show.
Jay Rugoff
hello.
has arrived. Now, I'm just going to preface this. I'm not going to roast Jay this week.
Oh, what's happening?
Because he's in a hotel room in Bennington, VT, which I think is Vermont.
Okay.
Anywho, went to my wife's uncle's funeral yesterday. Lots of family today. Irish funerals are a lot of hugging, crying and drinking. Need a break. So just wanted to give a shout out to Jay.
Yeah.
And say, hey, sorry for your loss.
Sorry for your loss, and
hope you're doing okay.
Yeah. And yeah, big hugs from all of us, and we all just love you, Jay. You're part of our community. So take care, and hopefully you can laugh at, you know, everyone's clown here. And yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome that you actually came along anyway, Jay, with everything that's going on. It's massive. Lily says Hero makes a very good low carb bread, but you pay close to $6 a loaf. Michael says my mixer is currently on high shelf and too heavy for me to get down without breaking my other arm. I'll go on, Michael. Give it a crack. What's the worst that can happen?
Oh. There's lots of people in our community who are not well and recovering, so shout out to you guys and hope you get well soon. Thank you for letting us know what's happening in your life, and also, just take care of yourself. We're not having much fun over here either. As you guys know, we haven't put a video out recently. It's just because I don't know how to describe it. While I make my coffee, do you want to come and talk about my troubles?
Yes and no. It's been a cluster. It's been a mess.
It's been a mess.
Yeah, there's been a fair few things going on with a few. I'm not going to go into detail.
No.
With a few product issues that we're trying to bring to market. in terms of supply chain and a few other things along with it. There's been you've been not feeling well, I've been not feeling well at various points.
Yeah.
I've also been away for work and what have you, so it's just a combination of a whole bunch of things, and it's not great, but there's nothing really that we can do about it. It is what it is.
No.
And we will come back with a vengeance with the videos when we can.
Yes. We will.
Sister Danny says, Michelle, there are off-brand stand mixers on Amazon for $100 that work almost as good as KitchenAid. Half as loud, probably cost a lot less to replace than fixing the KitchenAid.
Right.
Yeah. And Uncle Danny says you can use a Dutch handheld mixer for about $10.
Look at that.
B. Renier, which is Bonnie,
Hello, Bonnie.
says, what size is the loaf pan?
Size?
It is
You can do that by hand.
9 by 4.
9 by 4. Inch.
Yep. 9 inch by 4 inch. Trust me. Bang. Becky says, I enjoy watching Mel making egg white bread. Honestly, when I made it with a hand mixer, I couldn't get the peaks. It tasted like foam. Not that I ate foam before.
Right. Yours tasted
Are you sure you
like
haven't eaten foam?
I would agree. I think it's a bit foamy, but like ever since I started Carnivore, which is only recently, for me having, even if it's a foam bread, I don't mind it because I can have bread. But let's go to the drawing board on different options. I mean, I know there are Carnivore breads out there, but let's explore some options for bread that are Carnivore friendly. I will put my thinking cap on and we'll see what we can do.
Ruth says, eggs are good for 2 weeks after expiration date. Check if they float, no good. Yeah, that's for whole eggs, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Angie Hostatler.
Hello, Angie.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello, Chris and Mel. Mel, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Michael says Chris has already expired. Thank you, Michael. And actually, it's not far from the truth. Given the amount of pills and effervescent bloody tablets and crap that I'm taking to keep functioning at the moment, it's probably, he's probably not far from the truth. Grandma Green says, I have therefore no choice but to make a huge batch of marzipan and eat it, or I suppose I could freeze it. Okay.
Marzipan, yum. Definitely can make marzipan keto friendly. So, wow, good.
Shelley says, Mel, not sure if you've mentioned this, but can this bread / rolls be frozen, or would that ruin it being mainly egg white based?
No, they can be frozen. They can be frozen. I tried storing them all kinds of ways. Up to 3 days in the refrigerator. Just wrap it in, protect them somehow. Either in an airtight container or all I did was take cling wrap and, I made parcels, and that's how I tested it. But yeah, it does freeze. Just make sure that you defrost it naturally. If you put it in the microwave, it's going to flatten like a pancake. So, yeah.
Michael says chicken egg could be the next big thing.
Chicken egg. Sorry.
Lacty says, don't forget to feed the beggar. That was before you gave me.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we're about 10 minutes.
Speaking of which, we could snack on this flatbread.
I'm down for some snackage. Oh. Becky says the flatbread looks yummy.
It does. I just think that it's delicate. I baked it for 30 minutes only, but look, it was browning on the sides and stuff, and it was baking unevenly. So what could I do? Which means that the middle is delicate. Now, to fix that, you just add gelatin, and I'm going to go with the teaspoon because this is only one serving.
Thank you. Thought you were
So,
going to
yeah.
wave that around forever.
Huh. It's delicious though.
So good. Shelley says if you add more protein powder to make it a firmer bread, could you use it as a pizza base?
Yes. Yes, you could. Yes, you could. I mean, you know what I think? Take a small amount like what I did today. Test it. If you think it's foam and you're really not enjoying it, don't use it. Above all, you need to enjoy your low carb or your keto diet. So for me, if you don't like something, I wouldn't recommend, using it. So try. There's just so many recipes out there. Yeah. Pizza crust, CK flour. Did somebody say pizza is the title of the video? Guys, use that recipe. Another thing also I wanna recommend Chef Fat Graham's pizza recipe. He's got a few pizza recipes, but there's a video title of his called My Last Pizza. Get that one. That's really good. And so yeah, there's two options for you that you can choose from if you don't like this. Chef Fat Graham's My Last Pizza or mine. Did somebody say pizza? Beautiful options. You won't go wrong.
Lily says, do you bloom the gelatin?
No, because the gelatin is in powder form. Lily, it looks like, yeah, it's powder. So no, with the powder you don't need to bloom it. With the sheets you do. So yeah, get yourself the powder too, because it's so versatile. When it's in the powder form, you can add it to a dry mix, just to help things gel together. It's so much better, I find, than the sheets.
Shelley says, I have a basic stand mixer, a handheld mixer, and I just stand there holding it. I'm the stand. Oh, that's great.
I don't know, like a stand mixer, I think there's more hype now that I have one. And I've had this for, 4 years now?
Yeah, about that.
When I didn't have one, I really wanted one because I thought, oh, so convenient, I don't have to stand there and mix, I can be doing other things. However, consider cleaning. How easy is it to clean? Consider how easy it is to use. All of those things, they can affect the ease of it. Whereas, with the hand mixer, you're just taking out the whisks and wiping your machine down. It's like such a small thing. So, yeah, I don't know what else to tell you, but that's my best advice.
Chef says, my Ninja is brand new in the box, like my NutriBullet. He only uses his KitchenAid hand mixer.
Really? I use my Ninja
all the time.
All the time. More so than the mixer. Way more.
Ooh, Ruth got a Ninja Creamy and says that she loves it. I want to know if they are as good as all the hype. Because for making ice cream, they're apparently thebomb.com.
Nice. Oh, how did he actually know something about a kitchen appliance?
I know stuff about...
I can't believe it.
I know stuff about appliances and food and cooking in general. All you have to do is ask.
Why can't we just bake everything at the same temperature? Why does everything need to be at a different temperature? That's my question for you.
Why?
Yeah.
Because certain ingredients have a different what's the word? A different sublimation point, which
snorted.
Yeah, good.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite. I'm not so educated. What does sublimation mean?
Sublimation is turning. Hang on. I'm pretty sure it's turning a solid straight into a gas, right? So instead of turning a solid to a liquid and then a liquid into a gas. So
are you saying that the temperature is then based on that?
No, that would be reverse sublimation. Different ingredients have a different temperature that's required in order to release their cooking properties. So that's why.
Oh.
It's like different metals require a different temperature to melt.
Oh, okay.
That's just fairly basic. I mean, you would have learned as a food tech in high school.
Okay. Please don't follow Chris's advice.
God, hell no. Don't follow anything I say. Disclaimer. Anything I say is not to be taken literally.
Not to be taken seriously.
Shelley says, nothing is made to last these days like they used to be. It's okay. It's so we continually buy things and the companies make tons of money.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't I just say this the other day? We have I don't know what it's called in different parts of the world, so I'll list them. A weed eater, a weed whacker, a line trimmer, a whippersnipper. The thing that does the edges of your lawn.
A lawn trimmer.
Lawn trimmer. Well, what do you want to call it? It's called different things in different parts of the world. We have an electric one, which died. Cost to fix it, between $70 and $80. Cost to buy an entirely brand new one, $99. Work that out. Work that out. So what are you going to do? Throw away society. Ruth says, Lily, I absolutely love it. Her Ninja Creamy.
Nice.
Okay. We a long way behind in comments.
Yes, please. Yeah.
I don't know what Mark's saying. Meg, end-all recipe, missed last milk. I don't. Mark, please explain. Lily says that creamy machine would be a no for me. I would make it every day. Yeah, me too. That's why I haven't got one. Michael says, Mel and Chris, yet you guys have kept weekly lives going. Well done.
Thank you.
We need this soap opera.
Thank you.
Shelley says, add some garlic and mixed herbs to the bread for garlic bread. It's a perfect day. It would be so nice with garlic. Becky says, it's fun being here, Michael. Thanks, Becky. And then she says, Mel, can I use the keto flour to make your carrot cake? My husband's birthday is coming. I made carrot cake for him last year using your recipe, and you called for almond flour.
Oh my goodness. Just replace the almond flour with the CK almond flour. You're going to be blown away. That's all I'm going to say. Make sure that your batter is, because of the bamboo fiber, it might be a thicker batter, but you can thin it out with a little bit of water. That's it. That's it.
Shelley says, awesome, new pizza base, carb free. I'll give it a go and see how it turns out. Yeah, please do, Shelley, to let us know.
Yeah.
Lily says, one thing I found out, coconut flour doesn't work, and don't mix chicken flour and lupin flour. That is awful.
Yeah, because they both have a scent, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Shelley says, cool, we'll check chef's vids for pizza bases.
Nice.
Becky says, chef's pizza is great. Agreed. Chef says, thanks for the endorsement.
Of course.
Sis.
Of course.
And Michael says, don't let the shout out go to your head, chef, it will explode. Mark says, is that plant on the right fake? Yes.
Yes. In fact, all the plants that you see in our videos and everything, they're all fake. It's only for aesthetic, really. Yeah. What?
Wasn't what I was expecting you to say.
What were you expecting me to say?
We had live plants, but Chris killed them all by overwatering, so we can't have nice things, and now we have fake plants.
A story for another day, maybe. I don't know what goes on in, like, everything must get thrown away, killed. He's going to say, oh, here we go. I had these expensive curtains that
not the 15 years. 15 years. Let it go already. It'll be great for your mental health and mine. 15 years.
Can I tell them the story though?
It wasn't me.
It completely was
It
you.
completely wasn't me.
We're not having domestics in the live show. I will tell you the story.
15 years.
I will tell you this. I had these curtains that were 15 years old.
Damn.
To give you an idea of the quality, you know how the block out curtains, some of them have like a plastic stuck to the material. This one didn't. This one had material attached to material. So it was, they were beautiful curtains. Well, we decided to have a throw out. Don't ask nothing. If it's okay, you just get rid of. And then I had a box of glass containers that I was saving because when we moved house, I didn't have space. Well, you just I can probably bet money on it that he just took the box and went, full. So, and he comes up to me and says, oh, I'm so sorry, but I had an accident with the box. And no, like if you really were sorry, you'd replace the box, right? Or replace my curtains. I'm just saying.
I couldn't replace the glass containers because they were from 1948.
I'm starting to feel upset.
What a load of absolute dribble. I picked up a box of glass containers and the bottom fell out of it. You stood there and watched it fall out.
No, you were in the garage. I did not. If I saw you doing that, then there would have been no way.
And the curtains was not me, but they were crap curtains anyway. I love you.
You don't know much. He doesn't know much anyway about curtains. If anything, all he knows is that they go on a window.
No, they looked like they were from the Stone Ages, but never mind.
$500 curtains, by the way. That's our domestics for today. Can you see the bread? Oh my God. Can you see the bread? Look at the bread. Yeah. But look, okay. It's not a great look if you don't like this kind of bread. But by the way, if you want proper, like a bread that is filling and tastes like regular white bread, I have a 4-ingredient bread recipe on the channel. It's made with macadamia nut butter and a few, there's only 4 ingredients, right? So use that, use your Pullman loaf, and you will get a square looking proper loaf. It's so pretty. And we've got all sorts. There is a bread playlist, so if you're interested in, shopping around for some bread, check out my bread playlist. There's even sourdough there, people. So like, there's chia seed bread. If you want something like that's whole wheat. There's bread with vital wheat gluten. For the ease of it and for their chewiness. So if you're not allergic to gluten, that's an option for you. There's lupin flour bread. Oh my gosh. Anyway.
Okay. Shelley says, good tip for the stand mixer before buying one, thanks. Becky says, while you're at it, Michelle, check out Chef's Cheetos.
Yes, latest video. Please go check it out. So good.
Michael says, I can't believe Chris walked into that trap. I don't know which trap, but
He always
I'm not
walks into
surprised
it.
by the fact I walk into
It's
anything.
almost like he sees a trap and then beelines
Ooh,
for it. Yeah. Ooh, a trap. Yeah.
Let me get in there. Auntie Judy says, I love my creamy, makes great ice cream, and it's so easy to clean. Yeah, I'm so close to pulling the trigger on the creamy.
Wow.
Chef says it's not that I don't want to use the Ninja, it's just that my NutriBullet is still working, even after I tried to destroy it.
Mine didn't. Mine did not survive. It's actually the only reason why I got a Ninja. Actually, Michael Rosenau recommended this Ninja to me. We both had NutriBullet. His died first, and but when he switched to this, to the Ninja, he was like, "Mel, it's going to change your life." And at that stage, we were going through making your own nut butter stage, and of course, you know, several of us were trying to get this nut butter to be smooth and, you know, really good. Having trouble with the NutriBullet. Both Michael and I found the NutriBullet very difficult, and his died because of it. And then, you know, as soon as I could, I switched, and it's been a game changer. I can make nut butter in about 10 seconds.
Lucky says there's steam coming out of my brain. This is 10 minutes
Oh,
ago,
because
so
you're thinking too hard, are you?
no idea. Shelley says sublimation to cause or pass directly from the solid to the vapor state. There you go.
Well, you couldn't answer that.
I said exactly what there is. It turns from a solid into gas.
Okay, so you want your baking to turn into a vapor state.
We've been through this. Were you not listening?
Hogwash, people.
Ruth says it's a throwaway world. Chef says Chris sounds like he's printing t-shirts. I am. Link in description box below, Chef. Shelley says edges of the lawn, whippersnipper and Oz. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I call it a weed eater. But people call it a weed whacker, a line trimmer, an edger, all sorts. Chef says pork rinds have the best macros of anything out here. He's talking to Lily. I must have missed. No, that's okay.
Okay.
Michael says get some goats for the lawn.
Oh my goodness. The problem is you now have a goat.
I wouldn't mind the goat. It'd be quite cool. No, there's people talking to each other here, so I'm just trying to get through that. Lackey says, wow, Chris's imitation kills me when I imitated you.
What did you... Sorry, I zoned you out then. What did you do?
I can't remember now what I did.
Yeah, you guys.
Oh, what was it? What was I imitating you on? It's like literally 5 minutes ago and I can't remember. That really says something. Michael says domestic.
Oh my god.
Shelley says, haha, no domestics on live, thanks, but it's funny and entertaining.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's kind of why we just we don't hold back, because you guys, you know, you could laugh at us, but yeah.
Lily says, how much more do things cost in Australia than in the USA? It depends, Lily. It depends. Things that are made here, you can find stuff that's kind of very similar pricing.
Yeah.
To the US. If we import stuff from the US to here, it doesn't matter whether it's food, cars, clothing.
Well, it'd be the same like if you guys try to get stuff from here. It's the same. But here's the difference. Australia doesn't have as much choice. And we're talking keto, low carb, right? Products. We are so behind on choice when it comes to low carb products. Bread, you name it. Chalk Zero doesn't exist here. And they don't ship internationally. So, I mean, if you just think about that one company alone and all the solutions that they provide in terms of, you know, getting something sweet, but sugar-free, Yeah, we don't have that here. We have a few small companies they've started up, but we're just years away from where America is in terms of, the ready-made products, that kind of thing.
Choice and availability.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which means we've got to purchase from the US more often than you guys would ever need to.
Costco is helping with that, I feel.
I agree.
Because you get a lot of stuff there now, but it's still market driven as well. So there's not necessarily the demand here that there is for for that much choice or different derivatives of a certain product.
Yeah, but if you look at a company like Choc Zero and then if you look at Costco, it's different when a company is focused to your diet, whereas with Costco, they're providing for all sorts. So, we still feel kind of hard done by, or a bit cheated. The fact that we don't have those solutions yet.
Linda Moen.
Hello, Linda.
Linda Moon. Sorry if I butchered your last name, Linda, but that's my thing. Says, you guys are hilarious. Thanks for the dispute. LOL. And Becky says, I was hoping Mel would tell the whole story.
Oh, there was nothing that was going to stop me, no matter how much you protested.
Till the day that I die.
You
Becky,
will hear about it until you replace my curtains.
These goddamn curtains that I never threw away in the first place.
15
I'll never get
years.
end of.
You did throw them away?
Do you know every time that someone mentions curtains anyway, this is where we end up?
Yes.
And we're both adamant. You're adamant
But
that I did it.
clearly,
I'm adamant that I
he can
didn't.
see I'm hurt about it. I
I'm
have
hurt that
a
you accused
gaping
me.
hole in my heart over these curtains. But you won't go buy me new curtains and replace the things, will you?
I'm hurt and offended that you accuse me of
I'm
something I
hurt-
haven't done.
You
And
know.
all this time.
Okay. So I'm sorry. We shouldn't go back to the subject, but where are
the curtains?
Where are my curtains?
Maybe someone broke into our house and the only thing that they stole was the curtains. I don't know.
No, okay. I'll leave it to you to decide which is the plausible story.
As Shaggy said, it wasn't me. Michael says, Lily, Australian population too small, some things are pricey. Yeah, we've got what, 25 million people compared to 350 million?
Wow, that's huge. Yes.
Yeah, lot different. It's even worse when you go to New Zealand.
Yes.
Kelly Whitbread says, CFG, all meat here is expensive. Pork here is only real good for roasting, otherwise it's dry. That's very true. Jay says, Chef, I make chips with egg white and a sprinkle of powdered Parmesan cheese, crunchy chips.
Yeah.
That sounds so good.
Does. I love sprinkling cheese over stuff to get it crispy. It does something else to whatever you're making. Anyway.
Becky says, Chef and Ruth, if we won the lottery, we'll make the trip to Australia.
Who says?
Becky.
Oh, good
Yeah.
job. Yes.
Yep. Come on, come all. That would be so awesome. Chef says, nice Jay, I've been on an egg white powder experimenting binge lately. Shelley says, weed whacker, yes, heard of that before too. Ruth doesn't have a passport. Well, we need to get that sorted so you
Yes.
can come down here, Ruth.
Yes. I have to have a passport because I'm an immigrant.
A legal immigrant.
Technically.
Who says my travel is down the street to the grocery store? Chef says, nice, my original cracker was made with pork rinds and Parmesan cheese and it's amazing. Shelley says, oh Mel, did you check out that shipping option I sent for US shipping? Any
No,
good or not really?
not yet. I'll have to go and check my messages. Sorry, I was getting ready for the live show, a couple hours before the live show. So sorry, I haven't seen it. Not yet.
Lucky says Choc Zero is hard to get here too. She's
Yeah.
in Whoville.
Oh, okay.
Becky says Chef will smuggle pork and rind for the Australian folks.
You can get You can get pork rinds at Costco.
They're actually not bad either.
For all the Aussies, this is available at Costco. Oh, when I stop cracking the packet, this is available at Costco. The carbohydrates per 100 grams are less than 1 gram. Really good. I'll open one for you so you can see. This is what...
Did it go in your coffee?
No. This is what they look like. You grind them up and you get ground pork, you know? You get pork flour or pork rind flour or whatever. Whenever chef uses the, ground pork rinds, you can use this. So, and I mean, they're lovely if you love a snack or chips. They're very satisfying if you like chips. And yeah, you get how many? 200 grams in it. It's pretty good. I'll leave that there. That was very nice, actually.
Chef says I do need to mail Chris and Mel a couple of pounds of them. But Chris wouldn't eat them because mine probably passed the sale by date. See, Chef, if you hadn't told me that, I would have been none the wiser and I would have mowed them down. But if I have knowledge, then yeah. Michael says, I'm glad I can get a coffin at Costco.
Yeah, you can. You literally.
Michelle says, or the Yo Keto site. I'm not sure what that's.
What's that?
Or the Yo Keto site.
Oh, yes. They actually are. It's not just them. You can get, there's a lot of websites coming up now with all like shopping for keto in Australia. So have a look around. You know, you'll find more than what you think is out there because people are actually, jumping onto it.
Oh, Shelley then says, actually, forget Yo Keto for now. Haha. Lily says those curtains would cost about $1,000 now. Thank you for that input, Lily. So I'm gonna have to spend $1,000 on curtains that I didn't throw out. That's great.
I like how you're sticking to your story, but you've already made mistakes in your lie.
Kerry says that sounds feasible, Chris. Shelley says, oh boy, I have to turn the speaker down with all this domestic action. Chef is laughing, like just laughing emojis all the way. Michael says, so curtain is a trigger word. Good to know.
Oh, yeah. For me, yes.
Yeah, so we can literally walk up and go, curtain, and run off, and we'll be going for the next hour.
He'd get daggers, like lightning bolts directed towards him.
Shelley, Lucky says, Michelle, they need more than an intervention. LOL. Chef's still laughing. LMAO. Shelley says you shortchanged us, Chris. It's about 6.1 million people here. Huh? What?
6.1 million.
No, it's not.
Maybe 26. Maybe Shell's saying 26.1 because you said about 25. But I mean, still, it's a fraction of what's of the population in the US, right? So.
Well, you know what? I don't trust anyone anymore. I'm Googling this. 26.01. So that's what you say. Okay. All right, Shelley. I was wrong and you were right. Nah. Grandma Green says, I don't know how to work this into the conversation, but I must brag that I made jam from fresh strawberries today. Grandma, you can chuck that at any point. Fresh strawberry jam, that's always welcome. That's awesome.
That's how I make my jams too. I use fresh. I go from either fresh fruit, berries, or I buy the frozen and I thaw them out. But it is so easy to make jam. Seriously, so if you want to do that, you would just get your berries in whatever form, whether they're frozen or fresh, and you would thaw out your frozen berries, add sweetener to your taste. How sweet do you want your jam to be? Start off with a tablespoon to say about half a cup, and you cook your jam, right? You cook your jam. You can add a little bit of gelatin if you want it to be, quite like jelly. And you cook your jam down until the liquid is evaporated. I'm going to say it needs to look like a loose jelly. When you let it cool, it thickens up, right? So jam's really easy to make. And you can add things like lemon juice, extract if you wish.
Shelley says, well, it's about 26,667,688 people. Well,
oh my God.
As long as you're sure, Shelley, hey, don't let the actual number get in the way of a good story. Shelley says, it's the message I sent the other week, no problem, about the shipping thing. She sent it to you a week ago, after the last live.
I'm going to have to go back and look because I'm not focused on that. I'm here.
Yeah. We asked last week for it, but this week there's been, we kind of said it before, there's been some issues with the actual manufacturer of the product.
Yes.
So the third party logistics and shipping and all that kind of stuff took a bit of a backseat because we had some other stuff to sort out.
Yes. Well, let me just update you, Michelle. I looked at that and then I went exploring, of course. But after your link, I found someone. I actually found someone in Michigan. And here's the thing. For my Canadian and US friends, Michigan, if you don't know, it's almost on the border there by the lakes between Canada and the US. So Chris and I are super pleased that we found someone who will warehouse and store our goodies, and the shipping is going to be cheap for both Canadians and Americans, which is fabulous. So very exciting news. We've had a couple of wins. We've had many fails this week, but we've had some great wins. We have confirmed a new design for the Lush Locks hair remedy. It looks so good.
Whoa,
so
you
good.
ain't ready for
Have
that.
you got a picture?
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay. So it's looking so good. Very, very elegant, and there's not enough I could say about it, but you're like ready for this.
Yeah, we're going to launch that one properly.
Yeah, we'll do a proper launch. The next thing with the hair remedy, so okay, we know that the product itself is fabulous. The bottle, we've just confirmed a new design. We need to get like a box or some kind of thing to place the bottle in. That's the next part of the project that we need to complete. But yeah, so pleased that it's coming along really nicely.
So Jay says, excuse me, Jay says, Chris, in other words, the pork rind sublimate into pork powder. See, Jay gets it. Yeah, my man, good man, Jay.
Jay, you are just feeding into, all the rubbish that he speaks.
Look, there's facts and then there's non-facts. There is logic and then there's whatever it is that you do.
Let me know when you learn the difference.
Can't mess with the truth there. Oh God. I'm so sorry.
You lost your place.
I did. Shelley says, iHerb was the first site I mentioned for Choc Zero.
Oh, and you will pay an arm and a leg for iHerb. Anyway.
Chef says a coffin? Question mark, question mark.
Yes, they sell coffins at Costco here.
They do. And
They sell coffins.
Michael said there's a bigger market for coffins at Costco than low-carb products. It's very true. You would be shocked, actually. I read some numbers somewhere. The first time I ever saw coffins in Costco, I looked up how many they actually sell. You would be shocked.
Really?
Yeah. It's literally thousands. They sell tons of them.
I had no idea. Of course, why would you know? Unless you look it up.
Yeah. Chef says mistake and a lie. Oh, the irony. Well, that's open to interpretation, Chef. Very much open to interpretation. Kerry says, so we shouldn't use the slang, she's curtains, around Mel. Noted. Ah, Kerry, you have just given me the best idea in the world. Whenever something is finished this week, or I'm done with something, or yeah, I'm gonna throw in she's curtains at every opportunity I get.
The only payback that I think, because I think enough time, 15 years is a long time. I think what I'm going
Enough time to be wrongly accused of
is
something,
probably
that's
just go and replace my curtains and say, thank you, curtains are now, closed chapter or whatever. I should just go online and get them. That's what I should do. But I don't, because, I'm being courteous and considerate and saying, oh, I need to give you the chance to fix your...
To fix something I didn't do.
To fix your mistake.
Yeah.
There's no, if it looks, tastes, smells, and acts, then it is, right?
No, that's not true. It could walk like a duck, quack like a duck, but it could actually be a chicken. You don't know. Are you a chicken expert?
No.
No, you're not.
Have you ever heard a chicken quack?
It could be a chicken.
That made you pause.
I'm sorry, back to my previous point. Are you a chicken expert?
I think I am.
Oh, you're a chicken expert.
I think I am.
You think you're a chicken expert?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
What's the comeback for that?
I'm just trying to get you to hear your own words. You think you're a chicken expert.
I know I am. And several of you are too, because, we've made chicken flour, we've done all sorts of things with this chicken. You have done absolutely none of those things.
That does not make you a chicken expert.
What makes you a chicken expert?
Knowing everything there is to know about chickens.
I can't believe we're having this pointless conversation, guys. Can you please stop distracting us? Read the next comment.
Right. Danny says there's 32 million in Canada.
Wow. Okay. That's more than here.
Yeah. So there's 26 or whatever we worked out here. Fun fact for you.
Yeah.
Canada has a bigger landmass than the United States.
Wow. So is it maybe that parts of Canada is uninhabitable?
It's kind of like here. Like the interior of Australia is uninhabitable,
desert.
which is why everyone lives around the coast.
Yes.
Canada, the majority of their population live in the southern, close to the US border, if you like.
Because it's probably a bit warmer than northern Canada.
Yeah, I think it's for the same reason. It's kind of uninhabitable. Shut up.
Uninhabitable.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Uninhabitable. Linda Moen says, yes, coffins at Costco online are beautiful and much cheaper than at the mortuary. There you go.
Interesting.
There's not.
That's why they're buying them. Yes, they are and they are beautiful. Yes.
Shelley says, yes, that should have been 26.1 million. Oh, awesome. We finally got there. Right. Any last words on that, Michelle? Do you want to change your number a fourth time, or are we good? Becky was going to move to Australia in 2000. What happened, Becky? They wouldn't let you in? Can't think why. Michael says one seems to need to have a spare million to buy a basic house in Australia. That is fact.
That is fact.
Oh, yep. Good, excellent. We can rest now because Shelley is. Yep, I'm sure now as I looked up recent population numbers. Whew, thank goodness.
You're giving me a headache today.
Just today?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to fill time until this thing's ready. You're
It's-
welcome.
It's not going to be ready.
You're
It's not going to be ready.
You're welcome.
Because the bake time is 1 hour and I put it in after, of course, you saw me make it and put it in. And I think it was we were about a half an hour into the live show. So it needs a further, hour.
Well, we're now an hour and a half in.
Yeah.
So it might be ready.
So what's the time now?
11:30.
That actually looks
I tell you
good.
what.
So you know what?
Yeah.
We need to switch it off now and it needs to sit in the oven for an hour.
Oh.
So yeah, that's not going to happen.
All right. Well, I will go through the rest of these and then we can sign off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shelley says, awesome, glad you found someone for the shipping. That's awesome, congrats.
Thank you. Thank you for all your help.
Becky says, Mel, do you have a remedy for eyelashes and eyebrows? No.
No. I think that you shouldn't use essential oils around your eyes. I think they could actually be harmful to your eyes. But there are lash serums and such. Just have a look online. They look like a mascara wand. You get really good ones that will restore and grow your lashes. I wear fake lashes, so I've been through it all because I just have blonde and short eyelashes, and I have used serums before I got into having fake lashes done, but they do actually work. The thing is that like you just need to keep on top of it, because that's the story with all hair products. You have to constantly maintain and keep applying it. That's the only thing.
Danny says, Uncle Danny says,
Yeah.
castor oil is good for eyebrows.
Castor oil, again, Danny, I'm not sure if you've tried it, but yeah, I think if you're going to use an essential oil on your eyebrows, just make sure that you don't use a lot. Do very sparingly so that it doesn't affect drip in your eyes, especially when you go to sleep, because you're turning around and you don't know what you're doing when you're sleeping. I would not use an essential oil for around my eyes. That's it. But yeah.
Right. Jay with an E on the end.
Hi, Jay.
Hi, Jay. Just says, that really is exciting news. I'm in Canada and I don't often hear of reasonable shipping rates. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we did that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got quite a few friends in Canada, so we have to consider you. And of course, you Canadians go through the same thing Australians do, is that we have very little available to us, and the things that we want are very expensive to ship. So we need to try and help each other out with that. So yeah, you're welcome.
Grandma Greens put the recipe for her strawberry jam. So
Lovely.
if anyone wants it, it's right there.
Lovely.
Shelley says, haha, yes, iHerb and other keto sites are not cheap. Hell, no, they ain't. Chef says, I have a top secret jelly I still haven't released. Well, come on, Chef, release it. Kerry says, Mel, you should buy the curtains if you want to use the curtains. Kerry, you don't encourage this.
Oh no, this is happening. This is happening.
We haven't had a domestic about this for how long now?
Oh, it's because we haven't said the word curtain for about 2-3 years now.
We were doing so well. You had to ruin it, didn't you?
I'm gonna make, here's the thing. In this house, we were in this house for how long? About 2 years
2
now.
years.
I haven't put up my curtains. I'm a curtain person. I'm not a blinds girl at all. And I haven't put my curtains up in this house just because, like, I'm going to have to fit racks and do all that sort of thing. And then, I couldn't be bothered. But I might just put all my curtains up and then get some more. I'm going to think about all that effort and whether I actually have time, because things are pretty tough at the moment. I wouldn't say you have time.
I wouldn't say you have time for curtains. I forget the curtains.
Just a side note, product development is extremely difficult, and the path is loaded with potholes and pitfalls. So I was watching a program, and somebody said it took them 2 years to develop a product, and here I am wanting to do it in a couple months, and maybe I'm not being realistic, but anyway.
Kerry says, I had a duck, she used to purr but never quacked. Chef says, or it could be a duck doing the chicken dance. Michelle says, in my area and surrounding burbs, homes are around the 1 million mark, give or take. I'm in a good area though, you can buy in cheaper areas.
Our house, you guys have seen our house in, we did a tour, microwave. I did it on purpose because I didn't get complimented on not pressing the microwave this week. So you know what? I'm going to do it.
I admire your logic. I don't even need you to walk me through that.
You guys have seen our house. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-car garage, 2 bathroom, 2 living areas. 1 living area and a dining room that can be multi-purpose.
Multi-use space.
But this is going. It's worth about 950,000 Australian, and there's nothing fancy about the house. However, we live on the Gold Coast, and from about maybe 2.5 years ago, just at the end of COVID, this particular city, it's a small city, this particular city was, I don't know, everybody wanted to be here, and and the prices just shot up of everything. Traffic got bad, the infrastructure, they're really good, the government, the council here are very good, but they couldn't cope because there was a wait list for people to enter the city. That's how bad it was. And the attraction was that, how Australians went through so many lockdowns. In this particular city, they were very careful about locking people down and not so strict. So that's what made everybody shed a spotlight on it, yeah.
950k. Maybe if we put curtains in, it'd be worth over $1 million.
I think it would.
Shelley says, don't get smart, Chris.
Oh.
Just accept the final number I gave you. Ha ha ha.
Oh, good luck with that.
After we finally got
Your
to the final number.
Your second name is smart, isn't it?
Well, just, it took so long to get to that final number. Like, who knows if it was right or not? It's not difficult. Jay says, why a duck, why not a chicken or a goose? Groucho Marx.
I know, right? Why not?
Sally says, no worries, Mel. I help others where I can. Michael says, as someone who had eye surgery, stay away from the oils. Grandma Green says, if you look at the label on eyelash growth serum, it says castor oil. Okay. Bruce says castor oil is great for eyebrows and eyelashes.
Castor oil must be one of the only ones that are okay. But just do your research, because I've also heard that essential oils are not good around the eyes. And I think, obviously, it's not all of them, but maybe castor oil is okay. And I know, like with castor oil, people use them all over their face because there's so many amazing properties, right? There's like, it's really good for so many things. So don't quote me on it and don't quote us on it, but because if you go blind, I don't want to be at fault. Just, yeah, do your research.
I'm not a medical professional.
I'm not a medical, I'm just an experimenter who does all these crazy things for a year, and sometimes they work.
I'm a backyard bone doctor. Lucky says, Chris, Australia didn't want to traumatize me having to deal with you. She also says,
Gosh,
Mel.
imagine Lucky and you in a room, in the same room. We'd all just be playing tennis, do this, you know?
Bring it on.
What were you going to
I'd
say?
be in my element. No, she also says, Mel, we should start a GoFundMe for the curtains.
I want Chris to pay. I want Chris to pay because that is where the fault lies.
You realise how ridiculous that actually does sound, no?
Next comment.
Kerry says, I have a 1-bedroom apartment in Perth and it cost me $320k to buy.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's actually really good.
You won't get those prices here. 1-bedroom apartment will go for at least $450. It's gone crazy here. But anyway.
Michael says, all is right with the world now that microwave had attention. Yep. Chef says, wow, I know I'm poor, but now I feel really poor. And he's got laughing emojis. Because we're talking about $1 million things and all that. Don't worry, Chef, we're right there with you.
Yeah, we're right there with you. It's not that everybody can even afford to buy a house here. So
that's why there's such a rental shortage.
Yeah.
Which Michael says, I'll be living up there if it wasn't for rental shortages.
Yeah.
Shelley says, I want a top floor penthouse in Surfers Paradise or on one of the higher floors anyway for the awesome views.
Oh, yes.
Well, Shelley, what is stopping you?
Yeah.
And Ruth says, Richard, don't feel bad, I'm right there with you.
Yeah. No, I do have to say that the Gold Coast is a very pretty city. And I mean, there's pretty things about it. The weather is amazing. We're heading, winter starts on the 1st of June when it's your summer. And yeah, we've got beautiful sunshine here. And, you know, whereas normally autumn, it should be kind of like dark and kind of windy and dull. But it
Today's
isn't.
high, 22 degrees and perfect sunshine.
In Fahrenheit, please.
22 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit and perfect sunshine. I don't... C to F. 22 is 71.6.
Yeah. And on that note, if you enjoyed this live show, please hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs and like our video, and we hope you had a wonderful time. We had so much fun spending, you know, this this hour and a half with you, and we hope, you know, you get to try the flatbread. Do add a teaspoon of gelatin if you decide to make the flatbread, and make it yummy by adding your seasoning. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you in the next one.
Bye guys. Let's go buy some curtains.
Oh.